Alright guys, so we're ready to install this here, the faceplate. Now, focus here a bit. To mount this faceplate, we want to pretty much cut out a piece of our console, which I already pretty much drew up there. Just make sure it's enough so you can stick in these three outlets here, or these three, well, 2 outlets and switch, the wiring, all that stuff. Make sure it's enough space so you can stick all that in the back. Fit in that console area, so you can do our splices. So what I'm gonna do is I pretty much cut out a layout, which I already just pretty much a rectangle here, and pretty much measured the back of this, and then just pretty much line it up down there, and I'm gonna cut it out right now. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, it's real easy. So let me go ahead and cut it out. What I'm gonna just use a utility knife for now, and if I need to use anything else, I'll take out my saw. But for right now, just make sure when you start using, when you start cutting, make sure there's nothing behind there, wires you're gonna cut or anything like that. Just make sure you check before you do all that stuff. So we're good to go. So let's go ahead and start doing that. Alright guys, so I got it cut out. Here's the part I pretty much cut out. Now, when you're cutting, I use the utility knife just to line out what I'm gonna cut, and then I use my heavy duty this saw, Dermel Saw Max. It's pretty awesome. I use just to cut, and then pretty much when I cut the top part, I stuck my utility knife in there and just shaved off those sides, and I just bent it out and it broke off here, and I just pretty much cleaned it with my utility knife around just to make sure to take off all the plastic parts. So that's pretty much it. My faceplate, I did already test it. If it fit, as you can see, it's a perfect sorry, some light in here. As you can see, it fits perfectly. I still need to cut out these holes here for the USB ports, but again, another thing I forgot to mention is that I never got my USB extension cables. They're not in yet, so these are going to be not working as of when I get this installed until I get back from vacation. So only things gonna be working today is gonna be these 2 ports, obviously a switch and the little LED indicator there, and then until I get my extension wires, then I'll go ahead and hook that up, which should be no problem. But as you can see, everything's good to go on that part. So let me go ahead and start doing my splices up here, getting that all ready to go, and then pretty much run my wires to my battery, my 8-gauge wires to power up the inverter, run that to the battery. So let's go ahead and start doing that. Alright guys, so before we mount this, there's a couple things we need to do. We need to run the 8-gauge wire to the battery terminals. So before I install that inside this area here, I'm going to run those wires first. It's going to be 2 8-gauge wires to the battery terminals. So pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go into where the all my other wires are, pretty much through the firewall down here somewhere where I run my other wires. Just going to poke a hole through there somewhere and just run it through there, and then just zip tie it to the other existing wires on my engine bay, and then run into the battery. So I got all my wires terminated on here. As you can see, it's in here. I still need to zip tie all this, so that's not gonna stay like that. I still need to zip tie it. I was just seeing how it fit the faceplate, which is already there, ready to be mounted. But I don't want to mount it just yet because I still need to, like I said, just test it to make sure it works, and then I'll go ahead and mount it. So before I do that, let's go ahead and run these wires real quick. Shouldn't be that difficult since I already got my holes in through the firewall. It is going to be pretty thick wire though. So let's go ahead and start doing that. Keep in mind, I did buy these extension 8-gauge wires for this project here. I did get those in just in time to do it. So let's go ahead and run these wires and go from there. Alright guys, so I got the wires ran where I need to already. Just make sure when you run these wires, you find a access point through your firewall. What I did, I was just, like I said, I used the existing firewall hole there with the existing wires. I just pretty much used my screwdriver and stuck my wires through there, and then pretty much ran it behind here, and then just zip tied it to the existing wiring. I was thinking about putting these wires in like some kind of tubing that's like heat resistant, but that'd be down the road. The wire is good enough there. Like I said, that wire is supposedly is heat resistant, but I guess I just don't like the color how it looks like that. But anyways, it doesn't really matter. This is just a mod. So let me go ahead and start putting these terminals on these wires and start bolting it down to the battery. But before I do that, I'm going to do the other side first, which is pretty much connecting it to the power inverter. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright guys, so I got everything hooked up, as you can see, all hooked up. I also need to tuck it back in there. But before I do that, I want to test this bad boy. I hooked up my lights, my work lights, to the inverter. And let's go ahead and try and turn it on. Alright, so it's right there. I haven't mounted yet because I just want to make sure everything works. So here's the moment of truth, alright? Red light's on. Light just came up. Looking good so far, guys. Looking good. Turn this off. Lights turn off. We're in business. We're in business. Alright, so that's pretty much it. Now all I'm gonna do is gonna tuck all that stuff back underneath the dash. Again, I'm gonna zip tie my inverter under there somewhere. I'm gonna zip tie my wires, put a service loop under there somewhere. I'm gonna clean this up, mount this up, and when I'm done with that, I'll show the last clip of it, how it looks, and that should pretty much be it. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright guys, so I'm in here in my cab. As you can see, I cleaned up a bit. I cleaned a little bit so you can see how it looks with everything out of here. But as you can see, I already got my panel back up there. Got my inverter tucked in there. I pretty much mounted in there. Zip tied the wires. Everything looks good underneath there. So again, if I need access to it, all I got to do is take those screws off and take that panel off, and boom, I got access to it. So that's cool about that. And I will need access later when I run my wires for my USB extension wires, which I need to do that because I haven't gotten them yet. So here's my plate again. My two plugs are working, and like I said, down the road when I get my USB ports, I'll install them and I'll show you a video of how that looks. So let's go ahead and try these out again. Okay, so I got it on. I got my work lights right here. Turns on. We're good to go. We're in business. Alright guys, again, like I said, it's an easy mod, real easy to install. If you guys have any questions on it, just let me know and I can answer them the best I can. I'm gonna go ahead and leave my video there, guys. If you like this video, go ahead and like it. Again, every Monday I have a new video. Next Monday, guys, I'll be on vacation. I'll be doing a little trip with my wife, so I might be putting some videos of my brother doing his track bar install or his brake lines install, his extended brake line install. So I'll be picking one of those. If not, it'll be something else, maybe a video of our vacation down over there in Mexico. Anyways guys, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there. So again, every Monday a new video, and I'll see you guys next Monday.